That's Dusan Vlahovic, the Juventus striker. Welcome back to the SportsMax zone. We're continuing, well, we're talking football now. The knockout round of the UEFA Champions League resumed earlier on Tuesday at Stamford Bridge in West London. Defending champions Chelsea hosted the French side Lille. We have the highlights.
So Chelsea at this stage for the 16th time. Lille's only previous last 16 tie came 15 years ago when they were eliminated by another English side as they lost both legs to Manchester United by a goal-0. Here goes Pulisic. Alonso's in space on this near side. Havertz goes for goal instead, and Jardim produces a very smart stop to keep him out. He's ousted Ivo Grbić as the first-choice goalkeeper for Lille. But he can't do anything about that. Kai Havertz finds the net with that chance, and Chelsea's fast start is rewarded.
He's totally unchecked. Where the white shirts are, I have no idea, but credit Havertz for being elusive and then getting his head on it, keeping it down, heading it down into the floor. Always difficult for goalkeepers to judge how that's going to come off the surface, and that has just ripped into the top corner before Leo Jardim can move.
And on the burst, still N'Golo Kanté now offloads Pulisic! That could be a big goal from Christian Pulisic for Chelsea.
Which is the key at the perfect time, the most opportune moment for his teammate to do that, to draw the goalkeeper and then just clip it over him and watch it just sail into that far corner. It's a brilliant goal.
Feel that they have a fighter's chance when the teams reconvene in France in a fortnight. All is not lost for Lille, but Thomas Tuchel's side certainly have the advantage. They've been made to work very hard, though, the holders. Kai Havertz with the early goal after a very fast start from the...
So effectively it's half-time in that two-legged tie. Chelsea leading 2-0, that's the lead they will take back to France in a few days for the second leg. In the day's other first leg clash, Juventus, playing without a number of regulars, traveled to El Madrigal in Spain for a clash with Villarreal. We have the highlights.
For the team in yellow, a yellow submarine, as they are known in Spain. It's the Spanish side who attack the goal away to our left. Try and spring the ball forward for the pace of Danjuma. Interesting to see Clive tonight where Lo Celso plays, whether he'll play just off Danjuma or alongside him. But at the moment it's Juventus who are looking to cause a problem, and what a start! Dusan Vlahovic on his Champions League debut. It took him about 36 seconds on his Champions League debut. The recent signing for Fiorentina, and what a brilliant finish.
The half turn, he doesn't even have the look to see where the goal is, and he pulls it back perfectly inside the far post. What a sensational start for Vlahovic and for Juventus.
Pedraza, Capoue, Parejo makes a good run, isn't checked and scores! Danny Parejo levels it up for Villarreal.
Rabiot, probably the one who should have picked his run, should have stepped across and tracked him. And in the end, Parejo sweeps it into the far corner. It is going to be a fascinating second leg, I believe, in Turin.
Well, we can't wait already. We'll have to wait 3 weeks. Unai Emery eventually saw his side equalise after Vlahovic's blistering start to his Champions League career with that goal after 31 seconds. Parejo, though, in the second half, got clear of a rather static Juventus defence.
So all square and no away goal rule in effect. All to play for in that second leg in Turin in a couple of weeks' time. So, Lance, let's start with Chelsea versus Lille, the defending champions in France, who are now 11th in the competition in the season and struggling badly against the Chelsea side that did not need Romelu Lukaku today, running out 2-0 winners, Thomas Tuchel's men.
Yeah, and you know, they started the way they needed to start for their home fixture. Quick pace, offensively very potent, and getting a goal in the 8th minute from Havertz and setting the tone for the match at Stamford Bridge. So their home fans would have been very satisfied with that performance, and a 2-0 advantage going into the return game, I think, is a comfortable position for Chelsea to be in. Significant that Lukaku didn't get any playing time today, and the statistics coming out of the weekend game, George, 7 touches since that kind of statistic was being recorded for about 20 years now, I think.
Yes.
No surprise that he wasn't given a look in today.
No, because we were having a private discussion which
yes.
we extended on set during the Champions League show that we had.
Yes.
And the point was made by Andrew Peart, the JFF's man in charge of coaching, and an accomplished coach himself, a respected coach himself, that one of the things is the Chelsea players, looking at the Lukaku comments about the team and his role in the team, would have said to themselves, well, look, we achieved a lot last season without you. When Tuchel came, we were struggling, floundering. He came in, we won the Champions League, went to the final of the FA Cup, and we did all of that without you. And I extended the point by putting the issue to Nigel Coker, the ex-Premier League midfielder for Aston Villa, West Ham, Bolton Wanderers. And he said, look, were he a player in that situation, players say that about their team and about their coach, the other players don't respect them. And I think Lukaku is suffering from a bit of that. But what we saw from Chelsea today was a team that, don't remember, the man who scored the first goal for them today was the man who decided the game against Man City, the Champions League final last season.
Yes.
They know what their strengths are, and they know that they don't need Romelu Lukaku in the side to be strong. What they showed today was an efficiency. It's never a Chelsea team, Thomas Tuchel's team, is never a Chelsea team that will overwhelm the opponents 4-5-0 and put in a flashy performance. That won't happen. But they're going to be workmanlike, difficult to break down, and they're going to be they're going to get a goal from somewhere. Not that they'll be efficient, because perhaps that's why Lukaku was bought, because there were too many chances that went a begging as Timo Werner struggled in front of goal, and on the occasions when Havertz didn't fire, when Mason Mount didn't fire, when Pulisic didn't fire. But in Havertz, they have a man who scores big goals in big games. And the team, what we saw today, it doesn't need Lukaku to achieve its objectives, is the takeaway for me.
Yeah, and before we look at the Villarreal result against Juventus, George, the big picture here for Chelsea, they're Champions League holders. They've fallen off the pace in the domestic game. 13 points, I think, now at the moment behind Manchester City. But 6 games in a row victories in all competitions. So they are apparently finding their best form again at the right time. Maybe not for domestic football, but even though they're still not out of it, although Coach Tuchel says that they have no chance of winning the Premier League. But for their Champions League title defence, I think what we're seeing lately from this Chelsea team would be encouraging for them.
Yes, it would be. And I tell you what, amid their run of patchy form, that break that they took to go away for the FIFA Club World Cup, I think it did them a world of good, removing them from the day-to-day grind of domestic football and giving them another target. Because at that point of the season, when you have proven players who are world-class players, but who are struggling in a particular competition, it always helps to take them away from the situation in which they are struggling, have a new target to aim at. So the target to aim at was the Club World Cup, a short-term target. They achieved their objectives. Don't remember they won the games to take them. They won the game to take them to the final without Tuchel being there. He came over late, and then they did the job and completed the job.
Yeah.
And the fact is, at this level, when you are not hitting your target, you don't change your... When you're not hitting your target, you don't fiddle with your aim, but you change your target.
Yes.
So the Premier League target is one now that becomes elusive to hit. They hit the Club World Cup target, and suddenly there's confidence in the football club once again that, but we can win things with what we are. So what I'm saying then, in totality, Chelsea are a very well-coached team. A team with a lot of outstanding individuals. They are a very formidable unit. They brought Lukaku to help them make the difference in big games and to cope with the daunting fixture schedule and the big games that Chelsea is involved in, week out. He hasn't done the job. The coach has hung him out to dry effectively by saying, oh, okay, play. You see what your contribution is? 0. The teammates are saying, well, we're not going to be bothered by you. We're not going to go out there and play for you. We're playing for the team. If you contribute, great, but we can't do it without you. And I think Lukaku has found himself in a very dangerous position. Lance, were this another club buying someone for £90 million, not getting the best out of him, the team falling behind the title race, I think the coach would be under particular pressure to say, look, why do you have a 90+ million non-performing asset on your hands? But Tuchel has hit the big targets, Lance. He has that room to maneuver. He's not under the pressure that a coach who has failed to deliver trophies would be under. And the fact of the matter is, he has convinced his bosses that he can deliver with this team without needing Lukaku, who damaged the relationship by himself and by his own words.
Yes, that he did.
So I think the coach and the team are moving on. Fine, if Lukaku manages to come along for the right, fine.
Yeah, Villarreal and Juventus 1-1, two very splendid goals for different reasons. The Vlahovic goal, I thought, was a brilliant goal by his individual skill, but the Capuy pass to Parejo for the equalizer made that goal for me visually just as pleasing as the Vlahovic goal.
Yeah, let's take them in turn. If our producer can give us the Vlahovic goal again, and you'll see what happened. It was a dummy gone wrong in the midfield for Villarreal, because when the ball was played from the flank to the midfield, one man dummied the ball so it could run to the teammate, but he thought it would have been a flick into his pass, so he was running the wrong way. The possession turned over, and from there, firstly, the pass, you know, I put a premium on quality passing, Lance. The pass to Vlahovic was superb, because what it did, where he was, and this is the dummy that goes wrong. So this is that dummy. Should have been a flick on, and from here, look at that pass over the top. Let me stop it right here. If we take it back to when the pass is being made, I want to show you something. Good, from here, look at this run. Look at the run. So the run invites the pass. When the pass goes, if you can let it go, stop right here. Look, in this position, Lance, this is the position that a striker always wants to be in, because guess what happens? Being between the two defenders, each defender is not sure, okay, so should I go and attack the striker? Both of them are wondering if they should go and attack the striker. And in wondering, both of them, whether I should go and attack the striker, none of them attacks the striker. Let the play run. Let the play run. So he collects the ball right here. Stop right here. So already, one of the men is saying, okay, I'm leaving it to you, who is closest to him. So the man on the right leaves it to the man who was on the left to do the tackling. Vlahovic's awareness, Lance, the pass was brilliant. The control is what set him up for the shot. His awareness of where he is, the time he will have, where the goalkeeper is likely to be. He knows if I'm here in the box, the goalie will come across to try to cut the angle. So I know if I go across the keeper, I'm likely to be firing into that unguarded portion of the net. It is a goal, Lance. Only the very, very best players can score. You can't be lucky and score this. You can't take a chance and get a goal from the situation. You have to be a finisher of the finest qualities to score this goal with the awareness that is needed.
Right, and significantly, there was no point at which he looked at the goal.
And that's the point I'm making about spatial awareness and the time he had, what he could do. He never thought of taking the ball on his chest and then turning and waiting for help. He never thought of taking another touch to set himself or something else. He knew, I'm going to control, the ball will run, the defenders are coming to me, the goalkeeper is coming across to cut the angle, I'm going to just fire across the goalkeeper and see what happens, and he came up trump. So let's take the Parejo goal, because this was another glorious long pass, and the first and the touch is what made it possible. So here's Capu's going to take possession after this pass. Here he is now, Capu. Stop it right here. Stop it right here. Look at Parejo right on top of the D. He's the man in the number 5 jersey. He's unmarked. Look at how many defenders in white shirts are there for Juventus inside the box. 1, 2, 3, 4 men inside the box. One defender on the edge of the 18-yard line. Parejo is in yellow on the D. Let it run. Look at what he does. Stop right there. He drifts away, totally unmarked. Still, one defender, the defender furthest to the right, is looking at him, but he still doesn't go, because he's saying, you know what? I'm leaving him to the defender on the edge of the 18-yard box who's closest to him to pick him up. So again, both defenders leaving the attacker for the other to pick up. The end result, nobody picks him up. And then Capu makes the pass, and Parejo runs from the top of the D to that position. He didn't think, Lance, about controlling it.
No.
He just wanted a control touch. No need for power, because he knows that where he is and where the goalkeeper is, all he has to do is to get good enough contact on it.
And significantly, again on this play, Capuy was very patient in making the pass, because the play was there for the Parejo run, but Capuy was very patient. You noticed he hesitated, he waited until the precise moment when the move was made, and that pass was just a gem of a pass, top draw.
Absolutely so. And then when that video is looked at by the Juventus coaching staff, they'll say, well, I want you to explain to me,
yes,
how is it that you saw Parejo in the space? Neither of you went across to engage because you said, well, no, I'm too far, you pick him up. But you should have picked him because you were looking at him, he was behind me. And that's the argument that the defenders will have. Parejo ghosting him.
I will always feel, though, that the defender facing the play is better equipped to go to the challenge than the defender who has the forward behind him.
And stop. Excellent. If we get this unshot, I wish Can I move? I can't move my chair. Look, I'm tempted to move, Lance, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
This defender right here, he's the one who should go across.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
This man, this is Adrian Rabiot.
That's right.
Blindsided because he's trying to block the ball with his body. Look at Capu. Look at Parejo.
Yes.
This is the man, as you're saying, who should go across to engage.
In his line of sight, he's seeing everything.
Absolutely.
And he is seeing more than the other defender, how much of a threat
look.
Parejo is.
He is not looking at Parejo. He's looking somewhere else. Rabiot is looking at the ball carrier. He's the only one seeing everything
That's
in
the
front.
point. Yeah.
He has to go and engage.
And
that's the mistake right there for that goal. But it was as you said, Lance, the patience of Capu to wait, bam, execution.
Brilliant.
A brilliant work from the production team. I never knew we could do that. You know that I'm going to ask you to do that every game. Let's continue. You just showed me something, Mr. Williams, our technical director. I'm going to be spoiled now, so you're going to have to give me that every time. All right. The Champions League continues on Wednesday with
That's a pretty ball, by the way, George.
Yeah, I'm going to get
the football. We're
going to get one.
It's very pretty.
We're going to get one. Natalie Campbell, our marketing manager, is going to get one for the Champions League set. And I'm going to take it home after. So I'm telling the production team, because these guys are very competitive, leave it for me or else.
Wednesday, George, Wednesday.
Yeah, it continues on Wednesday. 2 more first leg round of 16 games. Atletico Madrid hosting Manchester United, while Ajax play Benfica. We have on SportsMax 2 the Ajax-Benfica game, which means that the deciding leg of the Atletico Manchester United game will be on SportsMax. So we're not taking the first leg on SportsMax 2. We're taking the second leg on SportsMax 2, but the first leg can be seen on the SportsMax app. Every Champions League game every day is available on the SportsMax app, but on SportsMax 2 tomorrow, we're going to have Ajax and Benfica.
Yeah.
We can say no, that it's an... Well, I'm going to ask you the question, I'm not going to make a statement. Can we say that the informed Manchester United are against Atletico Madrid?
Informed Manchester
They've won 3 of their last 5 Premier League games. So they have 3 wins and 2 draws.
Well, relative to Atletico Madrid, they're informed.
That's the point I'm making.
Yes, relative to. My next question, though, before we wrap the segment, George, in the zone room tomorrow, which channel will the television be on? Because the SportsMax app has Rush channels, which carries Premier League football as well.
Yes.
And Liverpool will be playing tomorrow.
That's a no-brainer, Lance. It's a no-brainer.
But there are some Liverpool fans in the zone.
They can go elsewhere in the companies. Lance, do you know how many televisions are here at SportsMax?
About 15?
No, there are more than that. 15?
Yeah.
No.
In the offices, I mean.
In the offices? No, there's more than that. There's more than that. And plus, Lance, there are some rather huge televisions inside the studio where dual games are going on. Whatever you want to watch, you can watch. You can go to Master Control, where there are about 15 TVs by themselves in there. So I'm suggesting that anybody who has hopes of coming to the zone room at SportsMax to watch Liverpool in the Premier League, you're wasting your time.
I've just detected in recent months, George, that Man United's claim to dominate the television in the zone room is being hindered by the team's spotty form.
No, so I can see what you're saying, but here, let me qualify that for you. Because of this team's spotty form, some of the supporters are wavering.
Okay.
So they're not so keen anymore.
Yes.
But the win against Leeds and the win before that has given the supporters a boost.
Yes.
Dare I say it has given them a fillip.
Yes. But what about Liverpool's enhanced position in the league table at the moment, with Man City slipping and Liverpool closing in?
I'll say that to you. I'll say this to you.
Yes.
Manchester United has about 80% of the staff at SportsMax support Manchester United.
Yes.
Liverpool have about 7% of the staff supporting Liverpool at Manchester United. That alone answers the question. In fact, any SportsMax employee who's going to be at the office tomorrow, Lance, who wants to support Liverpool can go home and watch Liverpool at their house. simple as that. It's simple.
Break time? I think we're up to the break.
We're at the break. Let's take the break. Yeah, you can go home tomorrow. No problem.